Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Come in, come on. I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Just give it a hot minute for the notification to go out. Let the cats know that we are assembling for a quick tete-a-tete, a quick chat. Namaste, big cats. Come in. Come in. Haven't been wild. I nearly said wild. Hey, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, bestie. My own mouth is telling on me. Shut up, mouth. Okay. Fist bump. Come in. Come on. Haven't been live for a while because this internet, it's been like a cheap lace thong, darling, dear. Right? Worrisome and wearing on my nerves. Yeah. We'll see if it's going to take 12 hours to upload this live. But come in. Haven't been live for a while. Let's carry on, darling dears. Who's that? Blue Phoenix. Fist bump. Wagwan. Glad you could pop in. Who else is here? Donnie Renee, I see you first in the chat. Who else is there? Is that Tony G? Hello, Tony. Brandy, Wagwan. BJ, you good? Are you fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely? Have they been trying to sock it to you? Right? Who's there? Unknowing Cloud. Bonjour and namaste. Who's that? I don't know what that says. Something about the ID Wi-Fi. I can't read it. I don't know what it says, blood. I don't. Come in, big cats. Anyhow, let's press on at a hot trot. Not waste the time we've got together in our tete-a-tete. Loves Kimberly, thank you very much for the super chat. You know I'll be spending it on sealed bottles of water, right, and honeydew melons in a plastic baggie, because I eat from no one, blood, no one, unless I've given birth to them. Right, the planetary energies are the Skullduggerous moon, darling dear, has entered Scorpio. Yes, baby. Scorpio, the 8th house, darling dear. The 8th house of what? Death and rebirth. You might even be hearing of a death over the next few days. My condolences. It also speaks about, the 8th house is about the merging of finances, joint finances. It's the house of sex, because the key word for Scorpio is I desire. Yes. Somebody wants to push their front onto you, darling dear. Baby, you better back them off, mate. Get one of these. Don't know to come push their unknown front onto you. Listen, not during work, Mercury retrograde. You'll be sorry, blood. You'll be sorry, and you'll be back. Anyhow, as I was saying, the Skullduggerous moon is now in Scorpio. Work to get to the heart of something, and you can uncover what you didn't realize was there. This will help you understand and put together solutions, darling dear. This is what we work towards, solutions. You also have Venus in Gemini squaring Neptune in Pisces. It's a good day to set up strong emotional boundaries, blood, brah, or sistrine. Set them up, mate. Set them up and put attack dogs on the perimeter of your emotional boundaries, because certain people wants to work on your edges, blood. They want to take you to your stress threshold. Right? So work on your emotional boundaries, darling dears. Focus on cultivating a good vibe. We are still in the crux and in the midst of Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, the 11th house of friends, good God, and groups, good God. Baby, solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. At least you can trust I, myself, and me. Because you're not going to F yourself over. You're not going to steal your money. And you're not going to give your own self an STD. And if you can, you better keep that shit quiet, blood. Hey, don't tell me. Because I'm a chatty cat. And I'll talk about it amongst the other cats. The next thing, darling dear. What else was I saying? Yes, the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, the 11th house, and we know that Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, right? So it's about your innovation and your individualism. You might be feeling as though you're backsliding at this moment in time. Well, guess what? I've got a remedy for you, darling dear. If you're feeling stagnant in your life at this moment in time, it happens to all of us, cats. Even if you're working towards your goals and you're single-minded and focused, sometimes you feel like you're walking through quicksand. Well, guess what? Get to the feng shui of it, darling dear. 27 items. Move 27 things around in your house, or find 27 things that you don't need and throw them away, darling dear, or give them to charity. But 27 is a highly powerful number. It's the energy of the 9, right? Triplicate, darling dears. Remember I told you, if you want to move stagnant energy around in your house, either move 27 things around or find 27 items that you really don't need and throw them away or give them to charity and get the energy flowing again. 27 is very important. And guess where I'm living at? Number 27. Baby! I was inclined to let my fingers do the walking the other night, right? And I was thinking, because the house number that I was living at before here was number 17. And I was thinking to myself, Case, isn't it strange that you went only 10 houses up? Not on the same road, but you know, in the numbers. So I went on the internet to find out the meaning of living at number 27. Oh my God, it's a highly spiritual number. This is a humanitarian number. It's a number that if you have any addictions or addictive behavior, right, you will let them go or it will get worse. Well, I let them go. I told you, I had to put down the alcohols. I put down the Mary Janes. Yes, baby. I put down the bad vibes. I cut off everyone. Yeah, and I'm not having it, blood, because I'm telling you, I feel so peaceful. Peaceful, right? Which can't be bought or bartered. So your house number is very important. Google what your house number is, darling dear. And if it's in the triplicate or it's in the 4 or the 5, because in America they've got some long ass house numbers, blood. Add them all together, darling dear. Add them all together and refine them down to the single digit, and then find out the meaning of the house that you're living in, right? But I live at number 27. Guess what? The 2 and the 7 goes to a 9. What does the 9 come to? The Hermit. And what's the Hermit? Highly spiritual. I didn't even think. But you know, sometimes when you're in your room at night time and you're thinking, oh, well, I was thinking a lot of things, right? And my mind said, stop thinking about that and find something. Listen, this is why I like my own company. I like to research. I like to find out she's naive. And sometimes I can't wait to get to me mic and me decks so I can tell you, bestie, so that we can all be on the same level. What's that? Proper clever, blood. We're clever. We're full of it. Ha ha! But anyway, let's carry on. We are also in the midst, darling dears, of Mercury retrograde in Taurus, the 2nd house. I've already put up the rising sign. So if you go and watch the reading, what's it called again? At first they gossiped and laughed, and now they take note in silence. It's got all of the retrogrades for your rising signs if you haven't read them up, right? So we're going to push on at a hot trot, darling dear. Why? Because the bottom feeders, they stay window shopping your lifeblood. Hey! Captivated audience. Why? Because they're hoping that you'll fail. And guess what? They would rather go blind, big cat, than to witness your glow. Oh, yes. They are proper mad, big mad, and they're taking it out on everyone. Everyone. Yeah. But not you, big cat. Why? Because you got 3 go-to moves. Your perimeter is secured. Your security, your ancestral team ain't having it, blood. Because if they come and pick on you directly, darling dear, your ancestors will visit them at the 3 a.m. to wake them up. And they ain't taking no prisoners. Yes, big cat. I'm telling you. It's all going on at the moment. They can't help but watch you. And sometimes you are feeling, but I'm achieving all of these things, but I feel it's lonely at the top. Bruh, what do you mean it's lonely? You've got I, myself, and me. You've also got the Most High. You've got your ancestral team. You're a keyboard gangster. It's about you working on your multiple streams of income. It's about you finding your North Node, your superpowers, darling dears, and tapping in. It's about once you found your North Node, after you find your Chiron and healed thyself, darling dear, you go to your second, your sixth, and your 10th house. It will show you how to make the Skrilla.com, darling dear. It will show you how to put together a business. Everything is in your birth natal chart. Yeah, but it's lonely at the top, but it was even lonelier at the bottom with the bottom feeders that had tree sloth ways, darling dears. You have to remember, uncomfortable changes have you now catching flights while they're still catching feelings. They're catching feelings and you're getting on flights. You realize that a bitch or a Mitch equates to bad luck, bad credit, a bad attitude with bad intentions, and treacherous genitalia fraught with selective memory. No longer the long-suffering doormat. Thank you, Blue Phoenix, for the super chat. As I said, I'll be spending it on my honeydew melons, which I will put into a baggie with my own handsies, right, and my sealed water or my fizzy water. Sometimes I get fancy, and I like the fizzy waters, you know. Anyhow, let's carry on with what I was saying. Like I said, no longer the long-suffering doormat. Didn't fancy anybody's what? Hoofs. I can't even call them feet, they're hoofs. Why? They're the devil's most diligent workers. You didn't want their hoofs all up and down your back chakra, darling dears. Their big toes resting in your nostrils. You didn't want that. Who wants that? No one. Right? You've awakened to Father God and knowing thyself. Your mind, your cranium, darling dear, is elevated. Playtime is over, period. Point blank, period. Apologies are not being accepted. Cap that shiznai. We're not accepting apologies. Why? Because they're not sorry for what they did to you, darling dear. They're only sorry because them can't do it again. Blood, brah, or see street, they can't do it. They really can't. Not with your free go-to moves. And if you don't have the free go-to moves, go and find my Don't Get Smoked video where I teach you light kung fu, right, and self-defense, mate. Not having it. And get yourself security cameras so that you can secure your perimeter, right? Very rarely do I open my front door. No, mate. I just go on the mic. And sometimes when people knock my door, they can see the ring lights on. They know I'm watching them and they look so uncomfortable. And I don't say nothing, right? Listen. There's too much fun to be had, Big Cat. There is too much fun to be had. You have to realize your ancestral team chose you, Big Cat, to be the what? Prototype, the ibex of your lineage. You were built to be the generational curse breaker. Let that marinate in your cranium for a bit, darling dears. Things that you've done to what? Get out of tight situations. They could have never done. That's right, Brandy Jackson. The chain gang. They're still on a chain. We ain't on no chain gang. We ain't in the gang. We're more elite than that, darling dear. We are part of the Big Cat Chronicles as it continues, and I'll have nothing else said. You knew that your wants and your needs, right, would be met by a higher source. You knew intuitively that you would be restored once you had what? Faith, feeling everything in the heart. And what did you do? You faced everything and you rise. Yes, baby. So you have to remember, there's nothing wrong with feeling a little lonely at the top, right? Because when you're there, your mind is so upturned. You love on yourself so much, darling dear, that for somebody to come along and plunder, pillage, and loot your life again, I don't think so, Big Cat. Like I said, you'll make mince of them. Your lexicon is fulfilled. It's overflowing with new words. And you don't even have to use profanity, darling dear. Just tell someone about themselves in the Queen's English, right? And they'll get mad. Oh, chat. Oh, they're mad. They're big mad. They will continue to launch the hillbilly investigations, darling dears, in the nosebleed section, right? And guess what they're doing there? They're waiting, they're watching, they're hoping for you to what? Allow them back in. Well, guess what? We don't allow animals, and it's animal with a H, back into our inner circle. Why? They come with what I just told you. Bad luck, bad credit, bad attitude, bad intentions, and treacherous genitalia that's fraught with selective amnesia. And we ain't nobody got time for that. Come through, was it Sweet Brown? Yes, baby. Fist bump. Listen, I haven't been, as I said, I haven't been live in a while because YouTube's having a laugh. I will do the live, but it won't post it for about 12 hours. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the Mercury. I don't know. But anyway, let's carry on, darling dear. And we've also got a new option, darling dear. So if anybody wants to come on a live with me, if you are a budding tarot reader, darling dears, and you would like to join me on a live to do a reading, let's test your skills. You've got a new channel and you want to get some subscribers, hit me up in the Gmail, darling dear, and we'll do a double down on it. And you can go live with me. How about that? I thought I heard a noise in this house, darling dear. No one's supposed to be here but me. Give me a minute, big cat. I've just got to go and check. It was a delivery at my door. Listen, stop laughing. I had to take the bat with me. Because if someone's got into this house, right, darling dear, they're coming in here to kick my ass. And I have to kick their ass before they kick mine. I'm taking my bat. I told you, I'm ready, mate. I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. When I needs to be ready, darling dears, I walk with my bat. Listen. And I've got the jazz hands, mate, and I ain't gonna ask somebody, why are you here, get out? I'm going to use the bat until I'm tired, and then I will use my limb destructors. Are you mad? Listen. Yeah, anyway, let's press on, darling dear. Ooh, child, look what we have here. Lean in, big cat. This is Third Size, the devil card in tarot. It's represented by the letter X or an X. So it's an X who's window shopping on your life, waiting for you to fail, waiting for you to tell them to come back so they can put you... Listen, big cat, bestie, lean in, big cat. If you allow an X to come back in your life, there's only 3 places that you will go after that. You know where you go? To prison, the madhouse, or the graveyard. You ain't going nowhere else. Just give up on everything, right? Let that X back in here, especially during Mercury retrograde. And good for you, right? Because you don't want to be friends with me. If you're going to do that, you don't want to be friends with me. And I'm going to have to, I'll be very sorry to see you go, right? Because you've got 3 places to get to if you're going to go back with an X. You need to get to those 3 places, right? Devil energy. Someone is obsessed with you, darling dears. Obsessed. They're obsessed with the fact that you are disciplined. They're seeing you, you're serving discipline, darling dears, as you're focused on whatever it is that you are trying to co-create in the name of the Most High, Father, God, Mother, Isis. It also speaks about an attack. It's a spiritual attack because this is shaped like an axe. Big cat, protect yourself. You've got incoming negative energies. And this is also possibly what is causing you to feel stagnant in your life at this moment in time. Remember the number 27, the feng shui of the 27. Move 27 things around your house. It could just be moving something 1 inch. Move it. Or find 27 things that you don't need and you throw them away or give them to charity. I'm telling you, the energy will be changed up within 24 hours. Just like that. Anyhow, right, it's represented by the number 60, 61, 62, and 63, darling dears. It also speaks about, because it also, I'm hearing that I heard business success. Somebody's having a success in whatever business they're at. It could be in the knowledge. It could be building a business, darling dears. This was somebody who was extremely manipulative. Oh, pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the true truth. Pinky's up. This is somebody who has got addictions on that. They've got a monkey on their back, darling dear. They're abusing the drugs, the alcohol, and it's about being a hedon. They're hedonistic, darling dear. Yeah, they're really fancy with that shiznai. This person is extremely codependent, darling dear. Somebody, like I said, somebody wants to come through to ask you for your front. Listen, and I didn't say your lace front, darling dear. They want to come and beg you for your front for one night stand, darling dear, to what? Resurrect a soul tie. Big cat, oi! Have you got a vacant orifice? Have you? Have you got a vacant orifice for an ex? Have you? You better listen. Listen, Linda, listen. A vacant orifice at this stage of the game? Listen, I told my ex, right? He's still mad about it to this day. I said to him, right, I would rather stand naked, right, in front of all of my enemies with full 5G internet, darling dear, and I will use a rusty knife to cut out my own punani and throw it on the floor and let a maga dog, that means a skinny, hungry dog, draw it away before you get it again or see it again. Listen. Unfortunately, he did not stamp his foot and disappear like Rumpelstiltskin. He didn't. But he had to go, mate. Dun, dun, dun. And another one bites the dust. Yeah. That's like I said, darling dears. Nah, mate. And he's still mad to this day. To this day, he's so upset. He's upset he's got to pay child support. He's upset. And he thinks that just by saying sorry, I'm going to undivorce him, right? And go back, right, to madness, right? Barking at passing cars, staring off into space. Sorry, it had to come from my belly bottom. No, mate. Nah. You must never allow yourself to be burned by the same flame twice, especially the flame of a dummy bat who's feeble-minded and is the devil's most diligent worker. Good golly and gosh. What's that? Love Kimberly says, not on the Queen's English. Fist bumpity bump. Listen, hey, want me back? You must want me. I told you, go back to an ex. There's only 3 places you're going, blood. Prison, the graveyard, or the madhouse. Devil energy, obsessively jealous of what you've got going on, darling dears. It also speaks about the obsession is turning into either anger or hate, or it could be that dastardly duo. They're feeling a bit of both, darling dears. A toxic relationship. They want you to have that toxic situation back with them. It could also represent a friendship, a family member, but I'm telling you, all eyes are always on the throne. Why? Because you chose you. And never you ever be saying, oh, it's lonely. We mean it's lonely, so you want to go back to where you was? Or you want to open a door and just invite all and sundry into your life? Nah, blood. I told you. Here at Don't Get Smoked Central, we speak about doing the boosie badass. Everyone gets investigated, blood. They got to be investigated. And then you investigate their family because they might come from a family of what? Crazy people, mad people, blood. Mad people. Look at that guy. What's his name? Blueface, the one that's with Christian Rock. I don't know if you'd heard about this. My son told me about this, right? And the mother was saying, what did he say? The mother was saying, oh, her boyfriend's penis is bigger than her son's. What? What do you mean? Why is she talking about her son's penis? And listen, you're not supposed to see your son's penis past the age of when they come out of nappies. You're not supposed to know what's going on in their boxer shorts. Yeah, she said that. He showed it to me from the internet. Jealous of the son. It's like she wants to get into the bedroom with him. Good God, I know, big cat. You don't know what's going on. But anyway, obsessively jealous of what you've got going on. These window shoppers. Just come through 50 cent. Posh. Clap. Yes, baby. They're a window shopper. Let's press on and get the Ancestral Oracle message. We're going to use the Witch's Oracle Wisdom. Give it a good shufti. I've been talking so long because it's been such a long time that I've been live. And I did so miss your company, Big Cat, because you're as funny as me and we laugh together. And I'm telling you, laugh after the past, people like that. Get your stomach muscles into it. Love it. I don't hate it. Window shoppers. Feeble-minded and missing. Right? Shadow work. I told you, there's shadow side. They haven't done the shadow work, darling dear. And many are trying to manifest you back. I tell you many times, mirrors are portals. In mirrors, right? There's a lot of negative energy. There's dark entities trapped in the mirrors. There's a lot of jinns, especially red jinns, right? Because you have to remember, mirrors, the mirrors that we use today are man-made, right? In yesteryear, days gone by, they never used to use mirrors to look at their reflection. They used to use crystals, darling dears. Yes, they did. And they used to look in water to look at their image, not in mirrors. And the mirrors are man-made. Remember that. A lot of bad things have happened in front of mirrors. Red rums, grapes, you know what I mean, darling dears. Many bad things have happened in front of mirrors. I'm sure you've even cried in the mirror, and that energy's been trapped in the mirror. This is why you must have your obsidian black crystal or your black tourmaline next to a mirror, darling dear. It doesn't have to be all of them, but especially if it's in your boudoir, darling dear, it's very important. Manifesting, trying to manifest you back. The devil's most diligent worker, Lord Voldemort. What's this? Because you're a healer, darling dears. Your energy was healing to these feeble-minded bottom feeders. Yes, it was. You've got that spiritual whap. Yeah. They would love to what? Beg you for your front, darling dear. They're looking for a vacant orifice. They want you to heal them. They also wanted you to conceal your gifts, darling dears. They did. They knew you were special, and they know that you are irreplaceable. Yeah, but it's still going to be to the left. All your shit in that box to the left, darling dear. You're a natural born healer. Make sure you use your skills to heal others. The best way to get things on this Malkuth, darling dear, is to give your energy freely to the less fortunate. Volunteering. If you've got, I don't know if you've got the gift of the gab, get your businesses online. We are in the age of Aquarius, the age of technology, the age of I know. Look how many things have been revealed to us in the past 12 months, darling dears. And we ain't even seen nothing yet. Look how far AI's gone and what it can do for us. You also have the watchtower of the summer, Big Cat. Lean in. This speaks about what? Money. Skrilla.com. All your earthly needs being met, darling dear. We see We see the Look here. Can you see it? Can you see the mouse? When you see the mouse, right, it reminds you of your life being a bit stagnant. You think it's mundane, but you have to remember things are being what? Made especially for you in the background, darling. Do you remember? It has to come from Keitha to get to Mount Kuf, but you have to have faith the size of we've seen how small a mustard seed is, but with also this faith, you have to what? Put your back into it, darling dear. James 2:14, because faith without works is dodo dead. And the summer months, darling dears, is when everything is about to come to what is culmination. Your hard works, what you've been working towards, what you've been wanting to be what manifested in your life. The summer months, and we are on the cusp of said summer months. Oh gosh, and guess what we got going on Saturday in the UK? Listen, yeah, the king is about to be crowned. He wanted all of us to swear allegiance to him. No, there's nothing wrong with the internet. It's not stuck. I'm not saying shiznai, mate. I don't want to be chucked off of YouTube, right? I don't want to be pushed around. I'm keeping my own counsel, right? Don't listen. Shut up, Case. Listen, it nearly fell out of me. I'm not telling you. Don't make me Big Cat, right? Because what you've been working towards, darling dear, your cup is about to run over, darling dear. This is building up. building momentum, right, bubbling to the top. And as you can see, it's the phoenix from the ashes, baby, darling dears. You shall rise in the summer months. All of this lovely orange color is your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is about your creativities, darling dears. You're tapping into your more creative side. Your self-worth, your self-love, and your self-care. The sacral chakra also represents Tuesday, so that's a message for someone. The sacral chakra is also ruled by Venus, right? Venus is the 4th planet. Venus also rules what number? Venus rules the number 6. So that is important for someone, darling dears. The numerology of the 6 is about you being more community orientated. This is why I'm telling you, it's time for you to start giving back. Start nurturing in the community by volunteering, getting your businesses online. Your skills, your hidden skills are much needed, darling dears. And as I always told you, you are the survival kit for another big cat. It's coming to the full boil, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it. The sacral chakra is ruled by Archangel Haniel. Call him at any time. But it's about your emotions as well as relationships. Some of you are about to be meeting significant soul tribe. I'm talking about in the flesh, not just online, darling dears. But you have to what? You have to be what you want to call into your life. And you can't be focused on the past expecting your future to be better, because all you're going to be doing is allowing this negative energy, right, to keep bleeding into your existence. Focus on what you want to be, right, darling dears, and allow it to come into fruition, darling dear. Come in and be made whole. But you have to be what you want in your life, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. And if you're going to be feeling sad and sorry and lonely, that's what you're going to call into yourself, because we are in full-on manifestation mode. I love it. I don't hate it. Let's carry on. Let's go straight to the deck of the wicked. There's good and bad in this deck, but there's a lot of bad. Let's see, because it's an X, mate. What? Oh, so the ones that got into what? They went into the rebound relationship. I got with them because they are easy, and I wanted to make you jealous. How can you be jealous of a tree sloth, darling dears, with a Jezebel spirit and 1 brain cell? How can you be jealous of whomsoever they're with? That's their next victim. They don't even know who they're dealing with, right? We've got what? You've got nothing but progress in your life, darling dear. You've got that big P being bandied around. Not the one that's connected to what? The devil's most diligent worker. You've got progress, right? You've got Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the 10th house, darling dear. The 10th house is about your status. It's about your career. The 10th house is ruled by Saturn, who is the master of time, darling dear. It also speaks about whatever you do right now, darling dear. It's going to what? It's going to be keep you in good stead until your old age, because Saturn also rules old age, darling dears. Saturn is also the house of law and legality. Maybe you had to get the law of them, or somebody's in the legal field. It also rules school teachers of all forms, darling dears, because Saturn is about the knowledge and the wisdom. It also rules the skin, the bones, the teeth, the knees, and the ears. That's a message for someone if you're having issues at this moment in time. It also speaks about them being in spiritual prison because of the status you've created for yourself. Capricorn is the 10th house. The 10 is about you having ended a cycle. Something has been completed in order for you to be renewed. In numerology, there is no 10. It goes from 1 to 9. So the 1 speaks about you standing in your independence, darling dears. You are innovative, and it also speaks about a new beginning you've co-created for yourself. The number 1 in numerology is ruled by the sun energy as well as Uranus. The sun is about self, right? It's about your sense of purpose. And with the Uranus energy, it's the sudden change. Something is about to awaken within you, or something is about to be gifted onto you, because Saturn gives rewards after you've been focused, darling dears. Something's going to be gifted onto you, which is going to create a new liberation in your life. But it also speaks about you being innovative, darling dear. You're standing out. For others, you'll be stepping into a leadership role, whether you're cultivating a new business or taking on a leadership role in a job. And for others, you're going to have to leave the job where you are. Be brave, darling dears. You have to be a big cat. We feel everything can rise. You have to remember, especially with a job that you're being paid for, darling dears, you'll never get rich. You'll never get rich. You're lining someone else's pocket. Why not start a little sideline on something else, darling dear? Why not? right? This person has got an STD. They've got an itchy and scratchy in their pantaloon. It's an STD of the mind, body, and the soul. Some of them, it's a death sentence, and they need to seek medical attention or spiritual treatment stat. They just see you as something to do, darling dear. Yes, baby. They would love to come into your life to tear you down and have you at hockey sticks at dawn on the rocks of life, asking what happened. Begging to see the flowers in the garden again. Who wants to go back to those days? Listen, I went to pick up the deck and look what it said. You're an alpha female. And this is why when you get with these people, because narcissists are always attracted to empaths. They are. And they like to stay on you, right? Like white on rice. You as an alpha female or male, right? They try to break down your confidence to make you believe that they was the best thing that you'd ever have when you was dealing with the devil's most diligent worker, right? What did I say? They're still window shopping. Sputnik hasn't forgotten about you, darling dear. They're hoping, wishing, and waiting for you to fail or to call them back in. They're a hater, a spy, an analyst, a stalker, and they've got the children of the corn eye, right? And on the back it says they're proper spying blood, right? Jealous of your peace and abundance and want to bring you down. They want to take you down, big cat. Oh my God. What's the matter with them? Listen, they need to chill. They need to allow it, yeah, and fall back. What's this? Yeah. And whomsoever, right, was dealing with you like you was the bottom of the pit, darling dear, let them keep the same energy. There is no boomerang as far as they are concerned. They can't come back. Keep the same energy. The same ones that had you out on the road, your name was in their mouth like you was the biggest pee hole, right, going. Let them keep the same energy, because they too, them and are now window shoppers. They're all watching. But you're an alpha, darling dears. Of course they're going to watch the alpha so they can get their echopraxic on. But there will always be a watered down version, because what you've got, darling dears, it's in you, not on you. Yeah, let them watch. Well, we can't stop them really, can we? Because we don't want to go to prison. Right, let's get a deck and see what else is going on for you, darling dears. Base of the deck, you've got the 10th cup, darling dear. This is about emotional fulfillment, but sometimes the emotional fulfillment, you have to grant it unto yourself first. As I said before, you have to be what you want to co-create in your life, and it will create alignment for you. For others, it's about starting a family. Some of you are worried about starting a family. You haven't got any progeny yet. Big cat, don't just go with what looks good. I told you, research. Because I'm telling you, you'd have a dig-dealing mattress back lingering like a fart for 18 years and hating on you when you realize they've got to go. They got to get out. It also, the 10th cup also speaks about the breaking of generational curses. And it also speaks about the calling in of a loyal community, a soul community, darling dears. Remember, as a big cat, you don't look back. We are not Soul Babe, Lot's wife, darling dear. We keep going. If in doubt, keep going. When you're really, really stuck, take the knee, darling dears. And then what? Get up and do the 27 things, move them around, get your feng shui on, protect yourself, always claim dominion over yourself. Because sometimes when negative thoughts are entering your mind, it's because more than one person is thinking negatively towards you. And if you have not protected your soul, your spirit, darling dear, your whole essence, it will bleed in. This is why you have to question every thought, darling dear, because when you are getting an inner thought from your higher self, from the Most High, it's not mean, it's not angry, it's that quiet voice that tells you to go right when you was going to go left. Remember, I told you that. Your community is coming towards you, darling dears, because you are the breaker of generational curses. This is why they want to come back. King of Swords, he's gone past the Queen, darling. It's right at the King. The King of Swords ain't having it. Blood, bruh, what's this dream? The King of Swords also speaks about you being highly intelligent. Some of you may have to get a restraining order made because you've said no, right? You don't want a relationship with them. You don't want a marriage with them. And you've said no. Get the restraining order, darling dears. Legal situation. This could also represent the police, darling dear. Maybe the police will have to be called in a situation. But always, King of Swords is also about having the intelligence to what? Make sure that you write down any contact that you have with this person, darling dears. Let someone else know what's going on. Keep a note, because I told you they're stalking, mate, and they've stepped it up. The King of Swords also speaks about you being highly intelligent, darling dears. The King of Swords is air as well as fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It also speaks about a mature partner coming towards you, darling dears. This person they'll be different. They'll definitely be different. You'll be thinking, oh, this person is not feeling me, but they are slow to speak. They will show you through their actions. The King of Swords will show you what you are to them, what you mean to them through their actions, not through their words, darling dears. This is a stable person. They may be in the legal field, in the police, or some form of protective forces. It could even be private security, whatever the situation is. But this is a solid person that's coming towards you. But the King of Swords in your case, you ain't having it, blood. You don't want no one to take the piss with you. Look, you took a leap of faith when you went after that 10th cup by yourself. 135 in the chat. Love it. Yeah, the temperance energy, darling dears. Because you're about to be gifted with what? Some kind of divine download, some kind of divine truth, darling dear. 6 of Cups is a past person that is having nostalgia, wants to come back because of the opportunities you've created. But they're an effing skin-peeling liar, darling dears. And they're a page, and they're going to have 1 Pentacale, darling dears. And that 1 Pentacale, look, they've got to keep their eyes on it, mate, because it's owed to someone else. What else is going on here? Look! The devil's most diligent worker, Black. King of Cups, knock. Listen, I told you, we already saw it in the rune. They're hedonistic, they're bound and chained, and they're codependent, darling dear. They're controlling, darling dear, and they would love to be able to control you again. We saw it was the King of Cups in reverse. This is someone that was always disloyal to you. Always. They lied on you as well, and they're still lying, right? Well, guess what? Judgment knows their address, and Judgment also knows that they want a second chance with you. You've been given a second chance at life, Big Cat. This is 3 major arcana falling out next to all of the options and choices you have. Look at all these options and choices. Why would you go back to this hedonistic lifestyle with someone who kept you as a thumber, who told lies on you, darling? There was always disloyal. This is someone who was more in love with themselves. They loved the way you brought the emotions to the table because they drank it all up, darling dear. And then they bastardized what you had going on. This is not nice. You don't want to be around that energy. Even where they are. King of Swords style, darling dears. Major side eye. Come through, Nurse John. Posh clap. Let's see what else is going on. Let's get some more messages out. Because I'm such a chatty cat. We're already at the 40 minutes. Look, the dick dealing mattress back, darling dear. You're going to have to continue to remain strong and again protect your energy. 7 of Wands is about protecting your energy spiritually because you're head and shoulders above them, darling dear. It also speaks about not being tempted off your flip-flop of common sense, right? Look where he's looking. The King of Wands is looking towards your future, darling dears, what you've co-created for yourself. They also know that you are drama-free. You're not in a dramatic situation. You're not dramatic and there's no trauma around you. Not as far as they know. They don't know what's going on. This is why they continue to window shop to try and find out, right? You stand your ground against this bottom feeder. King of Swords side, King of Swords, styly, bombastic side eye. Come through, Nurse John again. Posh clap. Right, the STD, and he went right underneath the STD. There's something going on in their pantaloon, mate. Right, spiritual attachments, their ikibai, succubi. Tell me something more about this King of Wands. Right, lying and spying. Bitter and twisted, darling dears. And it also speaks about them not being able to message you. Maybe you've got them blocked on everything, right? And they're broke. Money is not their friend, darling dear. Money don't like them. Yeah. It also speaks about what? The ending of a situation. Maybe the ending of a marriage between you, or they've broken up with their what's that person called again? The rebound, right? The raccoon-eyed one. What did I just say? They realized that they chose the wrong partner in a situation, invested, they lost a lot of money. And it also speaks about mental health. So there was a lot of arguments, right? This goes to 8 of Peas, blood. A cohesive failure.
unsuccessful situation, a drain on their money, their energies, and their time.
Yeah, tell us some more about them. Look, they're sitting under the tree
While you're single and independent, darling dear, you will soon go from the 9 of Peas to the Queen, straight up to the Empress of everything. You are an alpha female, big cat. They try to what? Use mind control and make you forget whom you are. Remember, you brought the table to the table. They was just there for a free lunch. Well, guess what? Law number 40 of the 48 laws of power. No free lunch, blood. Single and independent. You are the baddest of them all. You are. You are watering your own grass, darling dear, and your grass is green, right? Money green. Green with pentacles. This could also represent cryptocurrency. You've got your finger in so many pies, right? And remember, the 9 of Peas is about the long game, darling dears. If you don't see it now, it's coming towards you in the summer months. Remember, I told you that.
Tell me something more about this blocking them out, darling. Look, because them Brock.
And listen, Brock Pocketus is right, is contagious, right? It also speaks about a mental break, and it also speaks about what? Not spiritually protected. They've got all sorts of demon attachments, darling dears. Why? How else would you get an STD if you weren't mixing and blending with what? All sorts of raccoons and tree sloths, right? They feel left out of what you've got going on, right? And they've got bad luck, right? And it fell on the Capricorn energy. So if they've got a job, they're working like a field hand. They have, if the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse could talk about them not having a car, if they've got a car, it's a piece of shit. It's not a chariot, blood. They are jealous of the Flintstones. Bad luck is on them. Like white on, listen, if that don't make your ovaries go and hide themselves, darling dears, I don't know what will. 144 in the chat. When the chosen assemble. Fist bump. Love it. Base of the deck. You have opportunities coming towards you, big cat. The Page of Pentacles also speaks about a change of heart as well as a change of mind, darling dear, from these wicked people that wish badness on you. This is the negative energy that's being sent towards you from a page, darling dear, who's only got 1 pentacle. And that 1 pentacle is wanted by many. Wanted by many. Clarify the King of Swords. Let's give it another shufti, it says. Clarify this King of Swords. The King of Swords is finding out information. It speaks about restraining orders, darling dears. Restricting yourself from a situation. The King of Swords is elusive, air energy. Everybody talk about you, but nobody can see you. Not in the flesh, darling dear. They have to creep. Yeah. Them have to creep online. Or they're going to what? Bottom feeders that whose tables you don't sit at anymore to try and get information. And it's all supposition. It's not true. Right? They have to creep to find out what's going on with you, darling dear. They do. The King of Swords speaks about your intellect, your communication, right? Once, when you was around these people, you wasn't speaking your truth because they made you feel like a thumber. They did. I just got your email, Brandy. I'll read it afterwards, Brandy J. Okay? Yeah. They made you feel like a thumber. They made you feel like less than when you was everything. More than a conqueror, darling dears. You were the table at the table. King of Swords. Base of the deck, darling dear. And there was always a disloyal narc, right? Whose messages you're not getting, right? What did I say then? Block pocketers. This is a mental break. And it also speaks about destabilization. Big cat, they're a homosexual as well. Nobody falls in love quicker than a homosexual. What's this? And they come with lies, subterfuge. And they're coming to lie to you again, blood. Listen, it's got me sucking my 31 teeth, and you know how I feel about that, big cat. Right? Look, it jumped out again. Whomsoever they're with, darling dear, they've got a Queen of Swords, someone who is bitter and focused on them. They hypnotize this person, right? And this person is looking to get away from it. They want to get away from the situation. In the past, they thought it was somewhere they was going. They thought it was good news, right? But they're stuck in a situation. They're stuck. The money's not good. And we also saw the 4 of Pentacles. They want to be displaced. They want to release themselves from the situation and they can't. This is whom they're with, darling dear. A bitter bitch. I said bitch. And you meant what I said. And my Nene Leaks voice. Base of the deck. They ain't got no option but to stay in that situation. And the both of them's got karma all over them like white on rice. Yeah. Give me something more on the King of Swords. I can't make it up. You are about to be recognized for your skills, darling dears, in whatever field it's in. This is Skrilla.com, darling dear. Contracts, unity, partnerships, and your true soul tribe finding you. Some of them might even find you online, darling dear. But everything, oh, look how the purple's on that. And we love the purple. Why? Because the purple is about luxury. It's about wisdom. It's about knowledge, darling dear. You're serving what? Crown chakra, Shiznai, darling dears. I love it. I don't hate it. It's about your nobility, your majesty. This is what you're serving. 3 of Pentacles, right? And you already know that this information, right, is disinformation that is being sent out about you. The High Priestess in the reverse. This is lies, secrets, darling dears. Secrets and lies. They will lie to you about the money, darling dears. They told people that you was Brock Pocketers, that you was the one that was breaking down the situation. They told a lot of lies on you. All because they can't get the love from you that you once had for them. You took back your love. Proverbs 4:23, you understood the assignment. Guard your heart, for from your heart springs the wells of life. The manipulating marauder. What about them? Look, the lies they told, the gossip, the subterfuge. They thought they had all of the aces, all of the swords, darling dears. But you was in the background washing your face like David, so you could truly attract what you deserve on this Malkuth. 2 of Cups, darling dear. They're not happy about it. They're not happy that you're happy, that you're attracting what you deserve. You've got the I can't even say that, the Caduceus, bringing you balance, darling dear, seeing things from a different perspective. You realize that if you go back amongst the unhappy, Hangman is what? You'll be in the 3 places we just finished discussing. Prison, the graveyard, or the madhouse. This and that, big cat. This and that. Let's get another deck. I'm afraid to touch anything. Everything is just hot. Hot. Let's get the Romance Angel deck, right? I'm going to get Kipper because you love the Kipper. Alright, let's give it a good shufty. See what the Romance Angel thinks about them spying, window shopping on your life, trying to come back in to beg for a vacant orifice. Listen, pay your knees, big cat. A vacant orifice? Good God. It made me feel like vomiting in my mouth. What's this? Right? You can't trust them. What's he got in his hand? Is that a knife for your back? Is that the rod of what? Wicked intent? Listen, you can't trust them. They are not to be trusted. Right? Look. Capricorn energy is something that you achieve. Status. It's about doing hard work. It took time to heal what your family issues. I told you, the breaker of generational curses. Right? What's this? Right? Keep an open mind. Keep an open... Is that bitch is in the background? And a whole naked baby float list. Keep an open mind about what? Right? About the passion, mate. The passion. Free yourself, darling dear. You've already freed yourself before. Keep an open mind. Because if they're coming to talk to you, darling dear, they got bitches in the background, darling dear, and a whole naked baby. And these bitches got raccoon eyes. They love the trash. They worked for it, darling dears. They wanted it. Bitches in the background. What's this? Look, what fell on the trust? Don't trust them, darling dear. Keep your eyes on your prize, your distant horizons. There will be an anchor in your life, darling dears. The 3 and a 6 goes to a 9. What is the 9? The hermit energy. Don't allow the same heinous flame to burn you twice. Not after all the work you've done. That would be doing yourself an injustice, and it will be a cohesive failure on all of the progress you've made. Base of the deck. Some kind of courtship. Listen. Whatever they're going through, darling dears, they're going through it together. They're under judgment. The judge don't like none of them. They're under judgment, darling dears. And it also speaks about the habeas corpus. Look at your file. Look how fruitful it is. You've got so many cases on this person. The judge is looking at them, darling dear. You was courting them. You gave them your love. But look at this archway. Archways, and when we see them normally on the cards, they're open. It wasn't going nowhere fast. And look, is that Cupid in the background? Didn't I tell you how I feel about Cupid? Cupid, he needs a flipping limb destructor to his cranium, right? Cupid, who had the chance to look at your Akashic records, allowed you to fall in love with this wicked person, right? And all they saw is what you brought to the table. And remember what I said about the 27, and here we are again. If you're feeling a bit stagnant at this moment in time, move 27 things around in your house. Find 27 things and throw them away, or take them to the charity shop. You will see a change in your energies. And all they can do is think about you and what you can achieve as they continue to what? Window shop on your life. On that note, I drops me mic. And guess what? It's on the 16 Tower moment for them. I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Let them window shop, darling. You can't really stop them. You are so fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. And after all, you pea glitter, you shit cupcakes, and you fart rainbows. Continue to bend the matrix, big cat. And yes, it might be lonely at the top, but it was even lonelier amongst the bottom feeders. Bottom feeding. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Hey! Dance it out, big cat. Infinite possibilities are on their way.